So 1, 2, 3. And we are live. Hello everyone, how are you doing tonight?
Happy Friday!
What's up?
We have Krisu with us as a special guest on SGM, formerly known as Killigrew. We bet most of you know him very well. So welcome, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me. I've been lurking on a few streams. I think I was here last stream, a bit chatting and listening.
Yeah. I saw you commenting a little bit last stream as well.
Yeah, I was here lurking when I was...
Yeah.
Usually these like late Friday evenings here in Sweden, I usually am playing with my friends.
Yes, it's late Friday evening.
It's really bad timing for me, but sometimes I'm here lurking and I don't always type. Sometimes I go into Ambient streams and I'm just like, what is he working on?
I actually love popping into the artist streams that work like and show you their work while they're making their stuff. I don't know, I have always found that so fascinating.
I think about doing that more. It's like sometimes I feel like it's hard to share, like because I feel like I'm just sitting for hours, kind of like doing like one thing. But yeah, I personally I would also like to see producers do that. So maybe I should share more like that, like I used to do. Slacking on the streams. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Emine's calling you out.
Yeah.
To be fair, since Krisu has done streaming all of these years, there's actually quite a few streams up of you, like streaming your music and also like tutorial type stuff on your channel.
Yeah, I think it was in 2016, 17. I did quite a bit of tutorials and song streams, and they're still there and they still show how I work. I still work like that now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I think in the beginning not many people watched them, but after a while they were like, yeah, I guess they're a bit educational, so people found them.
That happens. Hey guys!
Hey guys! So prepare your questions to Chris tonight, so we will come back to questions and answers between the tracks that we are listening to tonight.
Yes,
so,
we're gonna get all of his genius secrets, right?
What? No, those are very secret. No.
So Chris, can you just tell us how it was started for you? As I remember, you are doing music for quite a long time now, since
I think I'm 29 now, and when I was like 15, 16, I wanted to be like in a rock band so much, but I didn't play an instrument. Mm-hmm. So I actually bought a bass guitar and played for a year, but I noticed that my mind kind of wanted to play piano, not play guitar. So I got a piano when I was like 17, and I started to learn how to I was like composing music before I actually knew how piano worked. Like I was just playing until I'm like, oh, this sounds good, but I don't know what I'm doing. And then I do that for 2 or 3 years. Then I have like a bit of understanding, because I was like analyzing songs I liked. If there were a piano part in a song I liked, I would check it up on the internet. I would like download the MIDI file of a song, and I would open it up in like FL Studio, and I would like, or like some other program, and I would like see, oh, you played that note and that note, and before you knew it, I was like, okay, I think I know how to make songs now. So I just I'm like a typical metalhead as well, so I really liked melodic rock music, melodic metal. And then in like late 2011, you know, when the Skrillex thing really started, I discovered that, oh, bass music is actually kind of cool. This is not what I expected. And then on YouTube, suddenly I hear a song by Blackmill, and you're probably like a spiritual like awakening in a way. Like I was like, what is this? This is affecting me. Like I'd never heard music like this before. So I just knew I had to learn to make music like that, and people call it melodic dubstep, and then later you call it Chillstep. So
did you learn play piano at the same time?
Yeah, I've been playing piano for 3 years when I got into Chillstep. So I had there was actually such a fortunate thing because then I already had like some theory, piano theory learned, and the first album I made was Liquid Hearts. I didn't really. You can just hear me learning genres there. Mostly just kind of trancey house music. But then about early 2013, I was in university studying sound music. That's when I made Sweet Solitude and Kida. And actually, I think Blackmail was commenting on my songs, and that brought a lot of traffic over. And back then, it was only Blackmail, CMA, Sacred, and I think me.
So only few Chillstep artists
they were like, yeah. So
maybe Electus too.
It was 1 year late. It was 1 year later. Yeah, I remember him. I remember hearing his first song. I was like, oh, we have the new Mozart here. Like it's crazy. So me and Electus during 2013, we taught each other so much, and I think during that year. CMA was doing his thing. It was a bit more ambient, but people loved that. And I think CMA is still my go-to for chill out. And then one fateful day, it was sometime early 2013 when me and Electus was teaching each other things. I heard a Sacred song. It was like a bendy guitar. And I'm like, how did you do that? And when he taught me how to do the bendy guitar, boom, I did it like in every song kind of, and
but then I think those bends in so many ways feel
so expressional.
Chillstep too. They feel
Agreed. Yeah. So 2013 for me is like the really golden year because a lot really. That's when traffic really started on YouTube. It was bigger then than it is now. I'm pretty sure on YouTube because I released. When I put out, I still didn't do any. I was really bad with mixing, but I think I had the melodies going for me. It's always been my strength, playing piano and melodies. So when I put out Kida, it got like 10,000 views on YouTube in a week.
I love Kida. I still love Kida.
Oh, it is so long ago. It's eight years more. Yeah, I was young, like I was 20 or 21. And when I noticed that song got so much views in 1 week, so yeah, that was crazy. And 2014 was for me a bad year, but it was a good year for Chillstep. I'm kind of rambling, yeah.
We're all listening. We're just hanging out right
now.
So
the golden years were crazy. It's such an honor to be in a part of like, kind of being in the center of Chillstep in that beginning when community was big then, and I think YouTube worked better back then because if a big YouTuber commented on you, his subscribers or her subscribers could see that, so you could like give each other traffic. You can't really do that anymore. I don't know how YouTube really works these days, to be honest.
YouTube is very saturated right now, right?
Yeah,
so,
but I guess it wasn't.
Before.
I guess in 2011 to 2013, 2014, it was probably like, it's much easier to be found because very few people made music.
On YouTube? Yeah. You mean posted on YouTube, yeah.
But I think one thing I did that not many other people did is that even by 2011, before no one listened to me in 2011 because I was just making piano music and orchestral, I put music on Spotify because I was intrigued that you could put music on Spotify without a label. So I did that by 2011 or maybe 2012, I don't remember. But because I was used to putting music out to Spotify for years before anyone else, that probably helped me to set me apart a little bit because even for years later, people were like, wait, you can put music on Spotify as an unsigned artist. And like it's only, you can Google it and you know like in 1 minute. So the information was out there, but people still didn't know.
Yeah. So For those of you who are just joining us, we are talking with Krisu, aka Killigrew, this evening. If you guys are enjoying him talking about his journey and his story with Chillstep music, then I do have to say, like, he has made an incredible documentary about Chillstep that I absolutely loved and enjoyed. And for any of you Chillstep fans out there, aka I'm gonna say old school melodic dubstep, because a lot of what people are calling melodic dubstep today is a lot harder than I think it was back when it first started. But Chris has an incredible documentary out on his Krisu YouTube channel that's awesome. It's like 30 minutes long. We can actually link that after the stream down in the description if you guys are interested in that, because it's amazing and it goes beyond just Chris's story. It actually kind of talks about when Chillstep kind of originated, starting back, 2010, 2011, and kind of goes from there. It's really fascinating. I think you guys would love it. And he includes like lots of other artists and some, song spots from other artists. It's really, really cool. We're so glad you guys are enjoying it.
It was fun to edit that.
Yeah, it's a great, great video.
I was just sitting editing for like 15 hours a day for a few days.
Yeah.
When I started, I have to make it now. But yeah, it was lots of like just combining clips to music and making the feeling be both seen and heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wish someone would make like a real professional documentary, like with many artists. So I'm like not the one making it. I'm just to be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, I don't know that I've ever really asked you, like, how does that make you feel, like, looking back now and knowing that Killigrew, aka Krisu, is basically considered like a Chillstep founding artist at this point?
In a way that's really weird.
Yeah.
Because when I made the songs, I was like, oh, I wish I could do some impact, or like I mainly made music for myself as a fan, but I guess that's what makes it nice, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think that what I was doing was I guess it's like you never know what you're sitting on when you're working. It's
yeah.
I think
like
the biggest
when you
impact
started off.
Yeah, but especially Animus. When I was making that my first year in university in autumn 2013, like that album had like crazy impact, and like I did not know that when I was making it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna go home to my family on Christmas. The album is gonna be released when we're celebrating Christmas. And then literally after January comes, and the album is like everywhere on the Chill channels. That like only Chillstep and Arctic Empire just started off.
Yeah. It's actually really cool because I feel like, when Blackmail came out, his music was so neat and so different. And like you said, there was such a small pot of artists that were even making anything similar. And Animus, honestly, and Animus too as well, I would argue, I think they really helped continue the drive of that style. Like, I don't know in hindsight, looking back, like if those albums weren't there, like it's interesting because it's like if you took out like these, what I would consider like key components of the genre at that time, if those were missing, how would that have affected the genre now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually really cool to like consider that. Yeah, Eminus is right. I mean, Blackmail, when he made the album Miracle, he was not expecting the explosion either. Yeah.
I think it's super important to work on if you have an idea, you just put as much love and tears into that as you can. I really want to. I think, when you have an idea, you just can't let it go. You just have to do it.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to move into our first song to share with Chris tonight. as you guys know, our usual format is during the song that we're going to be playing. If you guys have any questions for Chris, just drop them in the chat and we will do our best to ask and answer those verbally once the song that we're listening to is finished and once we've discussed the song that we're sharing. But you guys, like, Chris loves to share. Chris and I have been friends for many years, so do not hesitate to ask questions and to pick his brain on anything, please. So
yeah, I'm here.
The first song we're going to share with you tonight, Chris, is actually by Ambient Light. And he released this brand new song. It's a really cool kind of future garage electronic hybrid, and it's called Before You. And he just released this, I believe, yesterday.
Yes. Okay, let's listen. You know, I should say Ambient Light always creating something different and hybrid. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like future garage, but it's not. It's like electronic chill, but it's not. So it's awesome. Yeah, this time as well, and I love how it sounds and all this vocal work and how mysterious it is. Yeah, what you guys thinking?
Chris, what do you think?
I really like the vocals here, and then that like chukka bass. I don't know how to
Yeah. No, I love that too. Yeah.
Yeah, mystical atmosphere for sure, and I like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking up his over here. I don't know Ambient Light, but I'm looking up the SoundCloud.
Yeah. So I also loved the vocals in this. Like, I don't know if it's just a pitch, but it was like the part, like so verby and the atmospheric. And I did love that, like Chris said, like that staccato bass thing going on, and of course the nice full bass too. Mm-hmm. It had a really nice percussion. It was very full sounding, but I loved it.
Yeah, it was a great mix, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sign said it was gorgeous, swimming in good vibes. Yes, we love that.
Atmospheric, right? Yeah, absolutely. It's always a very great atmosphere in ambient light works. So guys, check him out. We will have a track list with all links to all artists in description after the stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we will always do that. We'll put it down there. But yes, overall, this track was very, very cool. Ambient Light shared this with us a little bit ago, and we were happy to hear that he would really love us to share it on the show. So happy to do so, because I really, really enjoyed that one. Okay, all right, so do you guys have any
yeah, we had some question from Alchimorph earlier in chat. So he asked a big question: why you changed your name, Chris? From Killigrew to Krisu. So actually, main reason maybe.
Wait, let's see. Where is the question?
It was before the track. Alchimorph.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's like many reasons actually, not only one.
Oh, okay.
But one is like every time I meet someone in real life and like I try to like explain my artist name, it's always really hard to say Killigrew and make people like know how you spell it. And over the years I got so many comments about my first letters Kill, and people would misunderstand because the Killigrew is like a British last name, like a royal, it comes from Sir William Killigrew, and it's a long story why I picked that. But it's not something I want to have forever, so I wanted to change name to something that's more me and something I can have for like the rest of my life. Yeah, that's probably a few of the reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
And we were just talking before the stream started about how, thankfully, when you did the name change, even though it took a couple of months, it seemed to be pretty successful. Like most people caught on pretty fast.
Yeah, I put like a Krisu like banner and like links on my Killigrew Spotify and like everywhere. So it's like it took quite a few months. I think I don't think everyone knows it. So it will take a while. Yeah, it's definitely a risk. But Spotify told me they can move followers and the data, so I don't really lose anything. I did lose kind of like probably a month of streaming because during May it was like I had like downtime. I probably like 2 or 3 weeks I had almost no music on Spotify, and then it's like a lot of streams I think. But yeah, that's like the punish. I guess that's the pay you have to do. You have to the sacrifice. Yeah.
But definitely it's possible, right? So to change the name on all streaming and just keep everything right.
I think a lot of people have like many aliases. Like they have like one artist name for that music and one for that. You make a new one, but I like to have even if I release a piano song or a metal song or a chillstep or dubstep, I want it all on the same place because I want it to be easy to find for people who already like my music. It needs to be. I always had that viewpoint that it needs to be. If you go to my profile, it needs to be clean and easy to find the music. If it's not easy, then I don't know. It has to be easy to find it.
But I think it also says something that you organize your music well. Like you put things easy, like make it easy for people to find what they're looking for, and also
that's why I do albums too. Yeah.
And Eminis mentioned too, like, I think that the transition worked well also because you are an artist who's actively engaged with a lot of your listeners and your pages and your socials. And you were updating and informing instead of just changing and not really doing much to relay that, you know.
Yeah.
So Will has another question. He says, do you use hardware synths or plugins or both?
Me, I only use like in the computer, like I guess VSTs plugins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything like outside the computer except my keyboard, and that keyboard needs the computer. I used to have like a real piano, but not here in my apartment. But no, I don't know anything about like hardware synths. I know I have friends who like them, but I like everything to be like digital in the computer. Yeah, I like my favorite plugins. Also, I might just mention I used Omnisphere for 10 years. That says something. It's one of the more expensive. It's like kind of expensive, but I use it for 10 years now. Like it's crazy. Then I use Keyscape for piano, and Keyscape and Omnisphere, they're made by the same company, so you can combine them and get like you can get like secret presets when you have them both. Yeah. And then Nexus, I still use Nexus because for leads it's amazing. And then Serum is like the past 2 years. For the past 2 years I got into Serum, and I love Serum a lot for basses, I think mostly, and pads as well.
That's awesome. So Daniel, pretty sure you probably know which Daniel this is.
Daniel Fowler. What's up?
He said, what was your inspiration when producing Voices of a Distant Star? Because, you know, it's his favorite song.
It does have great bass, like you say, which is like some of my songs, when I hear them like in my brother's car, I'm like, wait, this has great bass, and I didn't know that because I was like making it on headphones. Sometimes I get surprised, but sometimes I get disappointed. So I need to make sure the bass is good here and there. Bass is hard to get right. I don't really remember my inspiration. Voices of a Distant Star. The name is from a movie. So yeah, I guess you can see the movie. It's an anime. I don't watch that much anime, but there's a few like movies I really like, and a few series that really inspires me. But yeah, I don't know if I can like a specific inspiration for voices. But I know also Michelle is one of the songs I think you also liked a lot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely. It's like hard to nail down like favorites. Like one time I think we were in your Discord like talking about like favorite Killigrew songs, and I think we even jokingly were like, okay, can everybody pick like a top 10? And I literally was sitting there like, how do I fit all of these into how do I just pick 10? Like, because there's just so many that I just love, and they're on my playlists or rotating on different playlists and have been for, I don't know, 10 years ish. So like, it's just really, really cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and go into the next song now. And again, take questions following this song. So if you guys think of anything that you'd like to ask Chris, then go ahead and drop those in the chat while we listen to this song. And this is a really, really cool one that Anna found.
Yeah, this is from SOVVY. We did not share this artist before. New for SGM SOVVY, and this track name is Autumn Never Ends. I really like the title. Because I love autumn, so if it never ends for me, it's really cool. Okay, anyway, let's listen. I think this track was a lot of fun. It was so cheerful.
Yeah, this was super cool.
And so unexpected twist, right? So it started so chill and with this guitar, and then it's like, oh wow. Yeah, it's very cool.
This was
like
also
very...
this was a fun song. Yeah, the intro captivated me so much. Then I got surprised, but I love to surprise people myself when I make music. But I don't really want people to know what's around the corner, and this surprised me, and I love that.
Yeah, it was very cool.
I loved the second drop chill vibes that they like knocked in there too, and they did that like beat change up, and that was really cool. And actually, after the first surprise, that surprised me. So I felt like the whole song was kind of full of surprises, but in a really cool way. And I liked it how the first drop, because it was so surprising and like fun, it kind of felt like summery and kind of still like, kicking it in the summer beachy. But then by the time it got to the end of song, I totally got the like autumn, like, okay, stuff's slowing down, like, it's.
Yeah, I can say this artist loves autumn too, because it's it makes him so happy that autumn never ends. I mean, I can relate.
I have to say, I love what Signs of Life said here. He said the element of surprise is actually highly underrated. It's extremely difficult to pull it off correctly. I think it can be for sure, but I love how it was done here because it really did just like, whoa, like it took me by surprise, but in a really cool way. Yeah, it's fun to see Sacred in the chat. Thank you guys, all of you, for being out here tonight and hanging out with us. If anybody has any questions for Chris, if you want to just drop them in the chat. Oh yeah, I totally think that there should be a collaboration, by the way. I see this stuff going on in the chat over here. Chris and Sacred.
Don't let me
you and Dan chatting it up.
Don't let me take away from the song.
We'll let you two chat about that while we're just hanging out. It's been fun, like listening to your music kind of over the years, like album to album, and it's been really neat. For those of you who maybe haven't heard Krisu's like older stuff, or even some of his newer stuff, he does a really good job in a lot of his descriptions and in a lot of his songs and albums that he shares of explaining like a lot of his inspiration for like those albums. And I've always really enjoyed that about you as a producer, how you like to share a lot of like what is behind the music, and I always thought that was really cool.
Okay,
sometimes I don't really, like sometimes I might not have like a specific inspiration. Usually in nature and like the universe and like deep questions, they inspire me to make music, and then I just play my piano until I have a song. Sometimes you get like an idea in your head and you have a specific inspiration for a song. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I don't, but also, can forget what I've. Sometimes
Sometimes inspiration may come actually during the process, right? That's
what happens exactly. To me like normally. The building, building the song. I think that's why I make music, because when I was a kid, I was building things, and I like build Lego, or I was building like a tree house. I was just building. I didn't like to play in it when I was done. I wanted to build it. So when I got into music, it was like the ultimate. You make a song. That's the ultimate build something. I think that's why, at least for me, in like my nature.
It's a sandbox for you. It's an open playground, and you can just play with sounds.
Exactly. It's a playground that is like for you, and if other people enjoy what you created, then that's just like a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, while we are waiting for peeps to ask some more questions, I also have a question for you, Chris. What do you think about future of chill music and Chillstep particularly? So what do you see in future?
For years I've been saying like it's gonna get even bigger and bigger and bigger. Like for also all this time, I think Chillstep as a genre is still like criminally underrated or like unknown, because it has like we're talking like hundreds and hundreds of millions of streams across YouTube, and it's still like not getting like attention it deserves, I think. It's crazy, yeah. And I see my music getting more streamed in China and Russia the last 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's showing something. Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Now it's not only Europe and America where my music is being streamed. It's a lot in Russia and a lot in China.
Right.
That's completely new in the past year.
Like, what was that? Remember when we looked at that website that was like a Chinese website a couple years back, and you and Sephiros had like millions and millions of streams on this Chinese. Yeah,
one of China's biggest streaming places. I actually had to check that because I haven't been there for like 2 years and checked. But we checked up all our music, like all the Chillstep artists on this Chinese website. And I don't know, I think I had like a few million streams, but Sephiros had like something like 50 million streams. And Sephiros had no idea. I told him like, dude, do you know how much streams you have in China? And only now they're starting to pay us.
Yeah.
I think I got now for the past 2 months, I'm being paid a little bit from China. Never happened before. So
now it's happening.
For China, the music services have been like free. They don't pay artists in China that much, but now they're starting to do it. At least what I'm seeing. I need to actually check this website thing. I don't remember the name, Eminus, but I gotta. Maybe we can do like everyone can together go and actually research China a bit, because some Chillstep artists might have because there's also hundreds of comments. We can just translate them. So there was a guy. There was a guy from China. He wrote me on Instagram, or maybe it was Facebook, and he like Killigrew. You don't know this, but you have so much like listeners here, and I want to translate this for you. So that got me into this rabbit hole a few years ago, and then I noticed that there's other artists like also like doing good from you. Sephiros had no idea.
Sephiros, I was shocked. Like, I remember we were all looking at it, and he had like tens of millions of views on some of his songs, and we were like, what? This is crazy.
You have no idea what's going on.
That's crazy.
And do you know this Russian streaming service, Yandex? I think it's also like their Google.
Also has VK also has streaming as well, and now, as I remember,
they do?
Most distributors already sent music there, and actually Spotify came to Russia last year, I believe. So that's why we get this. Yeah.
That's big, yeah. But on Yandex, I don't know how. I think the reason why I'm so big on Yandex is like their Spotify, and now they have Spotify, so that's really good. But yeah, I have something like 143,000 followers on Yandex. Like, what? Where did they come from? And that's way bigger than people I look up to. Like, I'm looking at world artists, and they're nowhere near that. Like, what? I had no idea. But I think the reason why my music is doing well there is because I have a lot of nature, a lot of like solitude vibe. Like, for me, music is very spiritual, even though I'm not like a religious person. Music for me is like my religion in a way. I want people to hear my music to like appreciate life and nature and the world, and be kind to each other and find hope and all that. And I have this. My album covers are very like nature, and I want you to dream away. And I think that especially. For some reason, it seems in Russia people really like. I don't know how to say it, like that, or they feel that. There's something about the solitude.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a really neat.
Yeah, Chillstep is definitely underrated.
It really is. I mean,
that's a genre.
But it's cool because Anna and I've talked about this on a lot of our streams as well. How it also, we've seen so much like cross-genre hybrid stuff going on, which is really cool because it seems like a lot of the chill genres are kind of crossing into each other in some ways. And it kind of brings other people into that genre as well. It's kind of neat.
Yes, and genre is actually really growing because since recently I noticed actually more and more artists, electronic producers from China coming out who does chill music.
Yeah,
I know.
You know,
I have a guy on my Discord, a Chinese producer, and to learn music, he's replicating my songs and sending them to me, and they're almost perfect, like how I made them. But he made it in his, and he found the exact samples that I used. I'm like, this is crazy, unbelievable how you did this, and he's doing it just for fun to learn, and he's super musical. Cool. And I'm like, I can't wait for you to make your own music because as a producer, he's talented enough to, like, and he's asking me like, where did you get that sample? So he wanted to find the same, and then like 2 days later, he sends me like a full song of like Frozen or some like old song of mine. I'm like, wait, you recreated the whole song just out of your listening.
Yeah, that's incredible. Some people are gifted, like they can just hear that.
And I think, and I've heard several producers from India too, and we have some friends from India here as well. And I just love seeing music cross all borders, really.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That is really cool. I think we're going to go ahead and go into the next song, and I think you're really going to like this one. I think, honestly, you're going to like all of them. I know you will. They're all really cool songs. But this is a really neat one. So we recently actually did share a song by Inum. But he and Justin Jet Zorbas have come together to do a very beautiful collaboration, and they have entitled it Eternal Flow. And occasionally we make those rare exceptions where we play an artist, you know, closer to a time we've played them before. And this was one of those because I just really, like, Anna and I agreed we really wanted to share this one with you since you were going to be a guest on our show. So we hope that you love it. It's Inum and Justin Jet Zorbas, Eternal Flow.
It's beautiful. Let's listen. absolutely awesome. I love this Asian vibe in this one. Yeah, so
I should have known. I should have known it was Justin, the Asian vibes. I really love those instrumentals.
Yeah, me too.
Also, every song so far is so mixed so well. It's crazy. This is
I just loved how that one flowed so well. I love
Eternal flow. Yeah.
Like the progression of that was really, really nice, and it flowed really well. And I feel like the title says it all. That was really great, you guys.
Yeah, too short. Too short.
It was kind of short, just because I think we were enjoying it so much. You're just like, more.
Is it on Spotify?
Should be. Yeah,
it's I believe it is, because I actually added it to my playlist already. So yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, I see. Eternal Flow. Yeah. Who's Inum? Because it's a collab, yeah?
Yes. Inum and Justin Jet Zorbas, yeah.
The artwork is also good.
I know. I feel like the shorter songs are more popular these days.
We gotta go back to 10-minute songs.
Like what was it, the Turquoise Waves one that you did?
That is the craziest surprise of this year for me. I make a 10-minute song for fun. It's actually 3 songs I put into one. I just made it the same key. And it's like my most popular songs this year. And I'm like, what?
Because it's so long. I think people are like craving that, you know?
I think, yeah. Okay, producers out there, let's make 20-minute songs now.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. But yeah, you almost have to make like 2-3 songs in one if you want it to be really long.
So Justin and Inum, thank you guys so much for that beautiful song. We loved it. The percussion, the beats, the melodies were absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, the whole thing together was just a nice treat for us. So thank you.
3 minutes are fine, but if you have to compose so many parts if you want to make it like 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 2 tracks.
You have to make like different. You have to have multiple choruses. I usually make short songs too, like with one chorus that I repeat twice. Mm-hmm. But when you make long songs, I have to make like several different drops, and that is really hard. But if I prefer to make one good drop and I repeat twice, but it's more simple. I think people, if you make a long song and you have like multiple different drops, people will appreciate that you took so much work and effort to do that, I think.
So Chris, I have a question for you. Of course, you know, I've picked your brain also.
Yeah, sure.
It's hard. I have so many questions all the time. But do you have any like drum/percussion tips that you would want to share as far as like for Chillstep style music, or even really electronic music in general?
Yeah, I have a few, I guess.
Okay.
Well, one is having good samples, and so to find good samples is the hard part. The last thing I do for a song is picking the right drum snare sample and hi-hat, and that is really difficult because I want the kick drum and the snare to like work together. It needs to feel like they belong. But I really like Ramesses B's sample pack. If you're his Patreon, you can get his pack, and that is really good for Chillstep.
Awesome.
And also for mixing, I have a specific plugin called Vuxengo Max Punch. It's a plugin, you can use it on snares and on kicks, and it just makes it pop better in the mix, way better. I used it for a few years now.
Good to know. We always love those little secrets.
That's like one of my most. I use it on snares and kicks. It really makes a big difference.
Oh, thank you so much, Rain. We didn't. Yeah, for some reason our alerts aren't working, so we really appreciate the support.
Oh,
thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but it happens sometimes. You know, technology.
It worked before the stream. I tested it. I don't know.
Oh, see, I don't know. YouTube sometimes just wants to be rude. You know, I don't know what their problem is.
Yeah, YouTube is complicated these days. I wish Spotify had honestly a comment and video section. It would be crazy.
You mean comment section on Spotify? You mean it's
Yeah,
like social?
if you
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Chinese streaming services have. They all have,
have?
you know, this comments and stuff, and they listen and they also communicate.
oh,
and
I
comment,
wish
yeah.
Spotify would actually
It's
get
very
into that.
interesting, actually.
I wanted that for years now because I have. Yeah, I wish. Maybe in the
So-
future.
What's your favorite streaming platform? I suppose Spotify, right? So what do you think? Any other streaming platform having some really
Well-
like who can compete with Spotify
Oh
in
my-
future? Maybe.
It is tricky. I use Spotify personally since 2010 because it's Swedish and we got it first here. I guess YouTube Music could compete a bit. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, I think Apple is growing a lot too. I see it for maybe people just moving to Apple and between Apple, Spotify, right? iTunes, Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably actually a Chinese streaming service probably.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe yeah, it's
Yeah, I
getting
think
more
so.
popular and popular right now.
I mean, TikTok is Chinese owned, yeah.
It's already it's sold to USA, as I remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
If I'm not wrong.
I have no idea. It's possible. It would explain why it's still up and running.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still working. Yeah, but anyway, but also I noticed that YouTube Music is actually growing these days. I would
Yeah.
say I can notice more and more streams come from there.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Okay, do we have any other questions, guys? Feel free.
Don't forget,
to...
I know some of you are like popping in, popping out. I know y'all got stuff going on too. So
Popping in.
for those of you, yeah. So for those of you who are joining us just recently, we do have Krisu, aka Killigrew, with us tonight as our guest listener, speaker, artist, and he's listening to new tunes with us. So if you guys have any questions for him about his music or about his music production or just about Chillstep, aka, and also like melodic dubstep in general, just drop those in the chat and we will make sure that those get answered the best that we can. I think we'll go ahead and move into the next song, and I know this one's gonna put a smile on Chris's face. I know this one's gonna put a smile on Chris's face. So
Oh.
yeah, so this is a melodic dubstep song. It's brand new, out today.
What?
This is from Dimatis. And
I heard it already.
did you?
Because I'm a big fan of that.
I know, right? So we're gonna go ahead and play that for everybody. It's his brand new
Nice.
song called "I Will Someday," and it's wonderful.
Yeah, and it's nice to hear something new from Dimatis again because he did not release anything for
Yeah, he had a
quite
break.
while. Awesome song.
Dimatis.
Let's listen. His music is always so positive. It always makes me feel so good. And I actually literally got goosebumps on the first drop. I don't know, it's like, it was chill. You know, it's super cool track. I really enjoyed this new release. It's amazing.
Yeah, the chat has completely gone off, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm in a totally, I'm in another world. I had it I just listened to this before I went to the gym. I was like, I had to listen before I shut the computer off. I was listening. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dimatis. He has his melodic dubstep, but I also think it sounds uniquely him.
Yeah. And I think a couple of people actually pointed this out, like the way that he does melodic dubstep is so reminiscent of earlier melodic dubstep. It's not overly done. It's not overly loud, like glitch breaky type.
It's the sweet spot. It's a sweet spot.
It does,
It's not too chill. That's what I like personally.
Yes.
It's not ambient, but it's not heavy dubstep. It's in the middle. It's melodic.
No, he does it so well, and I love how he incorporates like his saws and his wubs work so well together.
Yeah.
Like with the percussion and of course the melodies, but man, I mean, honestly, as far as melodic dubstep goes, he is one of my favorites in that genre. Just there's not a lot of melodic dubstep artists that are still making that classic feeling style. You know, so many have gone so hard. And hard in its way, in its own thing is cool, but I just love how he keeps true to that. And I'm like, yes, like I hear his songs and I literally go, yes, that is melodic dubstep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know it instantly.
Yeah. So somebody did have a question for you. I believe it was Translucent, wanted to know, Chris, if you like wave or hard wave style music.
I'm probably not even sure what that is. But if you send me a song, I'm like, I know what this is. But
so
there's too many names for genres. Yeah, I might not keep.
Have you listened to anything recently by like Sublab at all or anything?
No.
Okay, because he seems to be making more like wave, hard wave type music. But we can send you some stuff.
I listen 90% to metal, and then I'm like, Chillstep fanatic. and a little bit into like future bass and like melodic dubstep.
Yeah.
But the other genres, I'm like so out of touch. I'm sorry to say that. I'm just like, I'm not sure. Like these pops up genres, and it might have been a few years. I'm like, I still don't know what it is. Yeah, I know. I mean, I heard about. I mean, I like synthwave. I like 80s synthwave music.
Yeah.
It's been popular for a few years now. I like music if it's melodic, usually. It doesn't really matter what genre it is. I just, oh, this is nice. I can why.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, since Chris is such a metalhead, Chris actually made a metal Chillstep album.
Oh yeah, and that song is
so
number
cool.
2.
Yeah, it's like the coolest thing. Like, who would have thought you could have blended metal and Chillstep, but somehow it just worked.
That's the weirdest thing. Because people told me, will you actually put metal and even classical piano on your Killigrew or your Krisu channel on Spotify? Because maybe you want to have different artist names for different genres. But I always been like, I want all my music, no matter genre, to be under the same name. And I can actually, if I see my most streamed songs every week, the top song is like Ascension. And then the number 2 song is my piano song, like a classical piano song. And the number 3 song is my Chillstep metal combo, Scarlet. So I'm like, oh, I can maybe make whatever music I want. And as long as it's good music, hopefully most of my listeners still enjoy it. But probably, yeah, more favored to Chillstep. But I'm just really surprised to see my metal fusion being appreciated, because I was like, this is such a crazy combo.
I suppose so.
I know it doesn't seem like the thought of it though, like metal, chill
Me
stuff.
and Electro,
it's so cool though.
Thanks. And me and Eminus are really like vibing with the melodic metal sound, and we were thinking about at some point doing something, because I really like Eminus' voice. And I think it could work well for that kind of Chillstep metal fusion.
All right, everyone, you heard it here first. On SGM, we're going to hold you to it. No, I'm just kidding. But that would be really cool. And I love it
for
too.
Christmas.
Eminus is starting to sing more. Keep it up, buddy.
Yeah, Eminus needs to sing more.
Yes.
More Eminus vocals. Oh, I turned off my screen.
Thank you, Justin, for coming in. We were happy to share your song tonight, so thank you.
Is it going?
The secret, yeah, Justin's gonna head out, but yeah.
Take care, Justin.
Okay, so since you mentioned your piano song, for those of you who also don't know, Chris actually has quite a few piano songs out also on Spotify, and as he mentioned, one of them is usually ranked up in his top.
It's my
5.
top 2 song. Is my piano song.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, like, I absolutely love some of your piano songs. I have a separate playlist, obviously, for different styles of music.
That's how isn't that how we first talked? You did piano covers of my music. I was like,
yeah, I did. Yeah, but I love like some of your piano songs that are just the solo piano. They're very beautiful, and so my question was, do you have plans to continue to do more solo piano stuff in the future?
Yeah, I want to do that when I'm not releasing Chillstep. Usually I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a piano song, and then 2 days later, oh, I made it into a like electronic song now.
Yeah.
But I really want to make more piano music. I think it could be nice, yeah.
Do you release your piano albums on Spotify as well? So everywhere, or
just
YouTube?
No, yeah. For I think I started with piano music way before Chillstep. I think I put up like videos called like Sad Piano, and at one point I think it was like the number 1 or number 2 video when people search for Sad Piano, so I got like lots of views.
Yeah,
but then it's like so I could have continued like the sad piano, but I didn't, so I fell off hard after like a year. But I think piano are definitely on like has potential to reach people too, because it has such a broad listener base, just classical piano.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about putting out different genres on Spotify, for example? So what do you think about it? Is it because I heard that someone prefer to make additional aliases for some different music they make, but what do you think if it really works if you put a little bit different genre or completely different, like solo piano, it's different from Chillstep. So what do you think, it works?
Both are good, yeah. I think I just like to have everything collected at one place.
Mm-hmm. It's good to hear, yeah, actually.
I think, because when I worked for Epidemic last year, they commissioned songs like, can you make 5 future-based songs? And they're like, do you want this on your Killigrew or Krisu, or do you want to have another alias? And they were like, they actually, most producers on Epidemic have like 5-6 names.
All right.
I'm like, wait, no, I want to have everything on the same name. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. You can do that too if you want.
I see.
And I released Twisted Myths and my songs Flow and Windwalker and 2 other songs. But yeah, my album Twisted Myths, I made that as like, it was a job. Like, they're like, can you do some dubstep a bit darker, heavier? I'm like, darker and heavier? That's not very me. But I did it, and that album is like super cool now, I think. It's like the other spectrum of me.
Mm-hmm.
Very dark, but it's like gym music kind of. You get really like excited and uplifted.
Mm-hmm.
Ben says I think it's good to make different styles and have them in one creative space. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, as a listener, right, from the listener perspective, I would rather an artist have that available all in one space, because even if it's a different sound or something that's not their usual sound, maybe it makes a difference to me though, because I pay more attention to the artists that I listen to, and I care more about like following artists and like doing things like that like, even if it's not what they usually make, I would want to know. Like, of course, we love finding like new aliases. We find them all the time. Like, Anna and I share them even all the time, like on the show. But I would love to know, like, well, who does that alias like belong to? Like, what is their main, what is their main name, their main alias? Because I might want to check out more of their other music, even if it's not that genre,
you might even, for like now, when I check some artist and I know this is an alias of an alias of an alias, I'm like, how am I even supposed to find your other music if it's not there in the link in the biography, or like?
Yeah. And
I don't like that. If I found an artist and I know they have multiple aliases, how am I supposed to find them if they don't tell me? Like, they don't have a text or something. I can't find it, and
yeah. I will say some of them have been a little bit better, especially on SoundCloud. I have noticed that some of the artists have been tagging their aliases in their like descriptions and saying, if you want to check out my other alias. Yeah. So they are kind of directing you, which I do like that. Like, I don't mind that. As long as they're directing you to to the new one. Like Ramesses B just recently did that, right? Like, he started a lo-fi alias.
Yeah.
But he has made a big point to link that, like, okay, this is my lo-fi alias. Here's where you can find it. Here's all of the connecting information. And I'm like, okay. I can see that,
I feel like that's a very like business-oriented thing, like, lo-fi is big now, I'll try this.
Yeah.
But he could easily...
I know, it's like...
I know. I even dabble with it a bit. I do like lo-fi, especially when it mixed with like other genres.
Yeah.
But it's like, to make it just because it's big now, like, I make music for other reasons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have this other ambition, like, I want to make pop music, like, because I have so much ideas in my head. I want to make music that people like popular music, like pop music today. So I've been applying for jobs to write music for that, but it's so hard to get into that business. But I think if I don't make Chillstep music, I want to see if I can make like a popular like pop song. That's like an ambition I have. But my ambition when I make music for myself, that's more like spiritual and like finding like inspiration in nature, and it's completely different ambitions.
I love what Egan said here. She said, I love finding artists with multi-genres. It shows so much depth and range in their abilities. And then she said, art is wherever the inspiration takes you. And I think that's so true.
I hope that's what people feel when they check my Spotify, because there's so much music, but it's so much different music.
Variety is good. I also love multi-genres. Yeah.
I think if you have multiple aliases, at least make it easy to find, so we can explore, because we are curious listeners.
Yeah. I can see that perspective as well, Em. But again, I think that some of it's more just like the direction, like making sure that people can find your additional music.
Eminus is making a big valid point here. If you're an artist and you know that people listen to you for, let's say you make Chillstep and you want to release like a hip hop thing, and you're pretty sure that your listeners will not approve of that, then you don't want to risk it, so you make a new alias. And I see people do that in other genres. So there's like they don't want to take the risk. Yeah.
I could see that.
It's both sad, but it makes sense.
Sometimes the risk is fun though. Like for example, right? Anna and Kasik teamed up and made this super fire chill trap song, okay, called Redemption. My kids listen to this song like all the time. Like they just love it, and I absolutely love the song as well. And but that, compared to Anna's other work, is very different than her typical sound. And yet I absolutely love it. And I love it that she shared it so that other people can hear how that she could work with another artist and incorporate her really cool, very like beautiful, chill, cinematic style kind of music, cinematic ambient. And yet it can work with those types of intense basses and beats. It was a super cool combination.
But anyway, thank you so much, Michelle. But anyway, I can relate to what Eminus mentioned, because I also had this experience because I'm doing chill and cinematic music, and sometimes someone comes to my YouTube from like Epic Music World reference and mention in comment, but you do another music, so like it's lost interest right away. But anyway, I still think that this risk, maybe if it's not completely different, like different, like you did some chill and then you are doing like heavy metal song or hip hop, or maybe it's not very good idea to mix, but sometimes if it's close enough, I mean, true listener will stay, I think.
Right.
I think so.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So I agree with Chris in this case. So it's good to show some variety on your profile and just keep your audience in one place.
For example, my passion is composing. It's not playing piano, and it's not producing, and it's composing. Making melodies is my highest passion. So genres probably just will flow, I guess. But Chillstep was like, it still is like, I feel like you can combine a lot of genres, and it's like, but it's about that like nature inspiration. It is Chillstep, I think. You can almost call it like philosophy step or a spiritual step.
I've actually seen it called that in like Wikipedia, interestingly enough.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I also think the whole Alan Watts angle is interesting.
No,
I think
I actually looked up Alan Watts Chillstep one time, and Wikipedia has that like a hashtag philosophy step. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Philosophy step.
That's crazy, because I think I was like maybe because I did it in 2013, and did anyone do it earlier than that? I don't remember.
Watts.
Like the What's Chillstep. I did it in Animus 2013, and I wanted to be a surprise at the end of
I think
time.
CMA had used Watts in one of his maybe 2012 songs, because I think I first heard it in one of his songs. Yeah.
Maybe it was from CMA. I heard it once. I was like, I'm actually gonna find a good Alan Watts quote, and I'm gonna do it here and at the end of Timeless as the Waves. And that got me Alan Watts' son to contact me, which is like one of the coolest things ever.
That's pretty cool.
Just wanted, can you post our website on your songs, please? We will continue what you're doing. We love it. I'm okay. I'll post the link, because he could also sue me, like, you're using material you don't own. And I could be like, oh crap. Instead he was like, you're spreading like a really good message. Just link our website.
You're so like, done.
Like, oh, what? He could easily be, just you're sued. Oh, what? Because I thought it was okay because Alan Watts was dead since long, and also other artists were doing it, but not many. It was I think I heard one artist on the Monster Cat label did it. Acedia or something? Is that a band? Acedia?
Yes.
Acedia.
Azedia, I believe.
Is it?
Oh, the family was getting upset because somebody else used one of his quotes. Oh.
Because
gotta be careful.
Yeah,
with that.
I'm pretty sure some artists have been like have to pay big money to use his stuff, and other people like me, we're like lucky that we're like, okay, we like what you do. So I'm like, it's samples. I try to stay away nowadays because it's so scary. You never know. But yeah, in the beginning it was like I never knew his songs would take off. So
yeah,
Philosophy Step. For me, especially like the universe and life and nature, I can like look at a sunset, or maybe I'll look at the silhouette of the trees at home. I'm like, I need to make a song about like the mist in the forest, and I don't know, but it gives me so much motivation. I can't contain it. I have to make a song. It's the ultimate like expression of love. I don't know.
It's interesting how nature can be so
that motivation.
Powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can.
All right, so I was gonna say, if we want to go ahead and start into the next one, just wait. No, we can totally come back to this topic because it's. I mean, honestly, like Chris is so easy to talk to. We could just sit here and just like have a whole. We could just talk all night because we love. I mean, there's always so much to share. And,
yeah, indeed.
And I love it that Chris is so talkative and likes to share. So that's always helpful too. But this is a really cool ambient song that Anna found to share tonight. Quite a bit different. Mm-hmm. Yes, much more down tempo in a really cool way. But this is a song by an artist we have not shared before named Hatsu. And this is their song Sunrise.
Yes. It's ambient. I skipped. I just moved forward very quick. Yes, this is from Hatsu. This is absolutely beautiful, beautiful ambient track. I really loved it. Sunrise. Yeah. Okay, let's listen.
Hatsu.
Even if it's 3 minutes 20 seconds, I still think it's way too short. It's way too short.
More!
Absolutely beautiful, right? And these vocals, how they sound like it's just getting you like another place, yeah.
It reminded
You
me.
know what? Ken might be able to tell us. Ken, was that a real guitar? I mean, it sounded like it might have been. I think so. Ken Verhiki is in the chat with us tonight, and he is an incredible guitarist. And he might be able to tell us if that sounded like a live guitar. Oh, you know what, Danielle? I kind of got some Hawaiian vibes in that as well, in a cool way. Like, yeah, I can totally see that. I think it might have been the sound of the guitar, as well as like that atmospheric, cosmic, beautiful vocals. Yes. Yeah.
I also think it was real, yeah.
Yeah, Ken said he thinks it's real. Yes, Athea has a good point. Short can be good because it makes you want to go back and listen to it again.
That's smart.
That's right. 2 streams, okay. At least 2 streams instead of 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 1 minute songs only.
Yeah, only.
And then it's 3 songs for 1 song. Isn't that actually clever?
Yes.
You have to listen to 3 songs to finish the 1 song.
Oh my goodness. This was so beautiful. Anna, I'm so glad that you shared this one tonight because I just loved it. The progression and the atmosphere was beautiful. And then like when you had those melodic elements coming in, it just felt so, I don't know, like emotional kind of. I don't know. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's absolutely atmospheric. Atmosphere is beautiful in this track.
Yes. So Inky the Cat wants to know how do you send your songs? So we have a link in our description that you can send submissions to for SGM Vibes live streams. You can also contact Anna or myself directly by our emails, which are included on this YouTube channel. And you can contact us in Discord, and you can just send us your song there and we'll check it out. And we don't share everything that's shared with us, but we try to share what we can. And actually some of the songs we're sharing tonight are definitely submissions and we thoroughly enjoyed them. And so we wanted to share them with you guys. Awesome.
Right. Okay, do we have any questions to Chris, guys? Did you prepare anything?
Does anybody have any questions for Chris? I will say Chris is one of those artists that like, he's so open with people that have listened to his music over the years and he shares so much that honestly, I think whatever we asked him, you've probably already told us at some point, but I know you enjoy sharing about stuff like that. So
yeah.
So a little bit off topic, but since not everyone knew that you also loved metal, I don't think everyone knows necessarily that you love to do like, what would you call it? Like you like to go on larks and you like to do like storytelling type stuff like that.
I used to
yeah.
until this summer. No, I had some bad experience, but yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah,
and you love to hike because you went on a really cool like hiking thing. Was it last year? You went on a really neat hike. You want to talk a little bit about some of that, like inspiring as far as nature?
Went on a few hikes. I'm a big fantasy nerd. Yeah, I love like Lord of the Rings and all of that stuff. Super big fantasy nerd, and I'm also like a gym nerd. I'm like so many different nerds into one. Music nerd. Kind of reshaped my life the last 2 years, becoming like a gym nerd. Because I was not very happy in my life 2 years ago, and I feel much better because I take care of myself better. And LARPing is like you get out and meet people, and you like live in a forest for a few days, maybe a week. But I went on one. I was a Viking it was in the middle of July, so it's like I don't know 3 months ago. or something like that, if I can count. We were 24 people in our group. We were all Vikings, and we were like, for those like 3 days or 3 days and 3 nights, we were Vikings, yeah, and there were like 200 people in the forest or like in a village, and you play like a character, yeah. That was really fun. So when I came home, I was like, I need to go to more LARPs because I had so much fun. And then I went to 2 other LARPs, and I didn't really click with the groups, and I tried to do too much that I couldn't really perform. So I just ended up going home the day after, and having like paid a lot to get there, and paid for the fee, and paid for like, it was like, oh, this is bad. And just going home it was something in me kind of cracked. So I need to figure out if I need to LARP in the future again. I need to make sure I'm in a good group of people.
Well, that's a bummer that you had like that experience like later on in the summer.
It was like, at least I learned something about myself. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to be home in my comfort. But for some reason I was a whole week away by the ocean on the like 1 hour north of Gothenburg, if you know, like the west coast of Sweden. So we went swimming in the ocean every day. It was just, I had an awesome time. So I thought it was just good company. That made it good.
So you normally go off internet, mobile during these times, like completely.
No, I check my phone in the night when I'm gonna sleep in tent. Yeah, but otherwise you're just like offline, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
this
nice
is very cool.
You walk so much. I walk so much this summer. Now I'm like kind of lazy again because it's dark. It's so dark. All the time I look outside, it's dark.
Yeah. Hello, oncoming winter.
Yes. Oh, actually, I think I'm gonna do. I haven't done this since the pandemic kind of started, because I was doing like a social work in the Canary Islands when the pandemic started to hit Europe. So I had to go home. But I need to go somewhere, like travel. I don't like traveling alone, but I might need to get like a vacation somewhere.
You can take Eminus with you.
Yeah, can he? Yeah, he's welcome. I don't want to travel alone.
So Dimatis actually has a question for you.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, have you ever felt stuck with your music style? That he's been feeling stuck or behind, and he's looking for courses and tutorials to improve.
Yeah, I know exactly what it means. You feel like maybe you're just stuck, and the world is progressing, and people don't really care about Chillstep that much. But I think try to remove like for example, when I make a song now, I don't think, okay, I have to make this Chillstep or dubstep. I don't really think at all about the rules. I just make a song, and it is what it is, and people will label it. Maybe I don't label it. I guess I've been getting more into drum and bass lately this year, because I want to play music live, and I think drum and bass makes for live performing much more fun, because you can weave in a Chillstep song like here and there. But I really personally, when it comes to electronic music, I really like drum and bass. Like it's so exciting. You can combine it with Chillstep and just make like it just works, I think. I guess because I personally listen to it, because I'm a metalhead, so I like energy. But drum and bass gives me that energy. And you can still make drum and bass beautiful and pretty like Chillstep. So I think that's a perfect genre for me to get more into. If you heard my song New Zealand and Cloudburst, those songs are like my favorite songs this year that I made so far. There's so much fun. I want to play them live in the future. It's going to be so fun.
Those songs actually would be really cool live.
New Zealand is it makes it's just melody overload, and but how it gets stuck. It's so easy to get stuck in a genre, yeah. I think you need to maybe take a break. I guess you already had a long break now from music. I listen to a lot of music when I don't make music, and then I get lots of inspiration for the things I want to try. There's also another thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna release a soundscape album soon.
Soundscape?
Yeah, it's not gonna be music. It's just gonna be not music. It's like soundscapes for like yoga and stuff like that. The reason is I had a family friend who is making an app. The app is about mental. The app is about mental wellness and like how you can help teenagers and especially children. But it's for adults too. And he needed to have like really calming soundscapes. Not really music, but not really only sounds. Like you mix, drone, like drone ambient with nature sounds. So I did that, and I thought, why don't I make an album with what I already done for this app? I think that could be smart. From like, this is more like business thinking, not like I don't want to make that stuff, but I can, and it's kind of fun to make it. I rather make music, but I already made this now, so I might as well release it. Yeah.
Might as well.
Because I did it as a favor to a family, to like a family. He's actually my relative, but I don't know him. He just he's like, oh, I heard you make music. Can you maybe help me with my app? And he was really understanding, and so now I made that, and I think it's could be smart because I think people need that drone soundscape for yoga or whatever. I think I'm happy with what I did too, so might as well make an album.
You should drop it. Drop a link for us.
So every song is gonna be 10 minutes, I think. So 10 minutes, but it's not. It's just like a drone with like the drone moves up and down in different notes, and you have like really satisfying nature sounds. It's almost like you get into a trance yourself. Like, okay, favorite drum bass producer is Faint, and I found Faint the same week I found Blackmill. So drum bass has always been there next to Chillstep for me because I found them the same week.
That's actually really cool. And did you see that Ramses B and Faint just did like Ramses B did he remix a Faint song? I think.
Wait, did he?
Yeah.
I just heard Ramses B. I heard his new song Shaman. Oh, it's called.
Yeah, I think he remixed a Faint song, or he did a collab with Faint recently.
I need to check that up. That's cool if it did.
All right, so Ben Dynamic said, have you worked with how do you say that, Anna? Solfeggio?
Solfeggio?
Harmonic frequencies. Yeah, he remixed Starseed, yes.
Have you worked with... I'm not really sure what that is. Solfeggio harmonic frequencies? I don't know what that is. But I need to Google that.
Solfeggio, I know, but the harmonic frequencies also, I'm a little bit confused.
He means 432. Yeah, but only when I made mixes. I made every song into 432. I don't personally believe it, but I mean I can't. I don't know. It's too much hassle to make every song into that, because not every plugin is supporting it. But yeah, I know. Okay, I know.
It was Starseed. He had remixed Faint's Starseed song.
Starseed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out after the stream because I know you like
Starseed?
Faint and like it's really cool. Yeah.
Starseed.
While you're looking that up, we'll go ahead and play our next song.
Yeah.
And this is another really cool down tempo that Anna found.
So this one is down tempo. Yes, this is from Dozikur. And track named Amazonia also takes you some other place. Who wants to travel in the Amazon?
Yes, me!
Okay, let's listen.
Let's go.
so cool. I hope everyone's woke up who was going to sleep this time. So this is nice. I love the energy. I love the energy in this one. And I like what Translucent said. Snare is punchy and woody at the same time. How is it possible? Right? Yeah, I agree. So what do you guys think?
Oh, I love Ken's comment. This song is too long. He. Just kidding. Yeah, it was so cool. It was a different vibe and I really liked it. And I liked the vocal elements. I think Ken actually also pointed that out as well. Ben says it was cleverly crafted. The bass, interestingly enough, that like kind of pulsing bass, but it was like kind of raspy, actually gave me almost like alternative rock type vibes, which was interesting. But I dug it. I just liked the down tempo feel of it. And that percussion was really nice.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I'm checking him up on SoundCloud to learn more about this producer. Because I also
That's always good.
Also always like I can't really specify a genre. And it says electronic is the genre that he put it as himself. It's always hard to pinpoint. I like that name, Amazonia.
I felt like it worked with this song because, as Anna mentioned before it started, it just felt like you were transforming, like not transformed, what do you?
Transported.
Yes! Transported. See, you have wake up foggy brain and I have like trying to wind down brain, and Chris is probably like, what time is it over there for you, Chris? It's like 1 a.m, isn't it?
Past midnight, yeah.
Oh dear.
I've been up lately, so I'm not tired.
Well, of course, we always appreciate you taking the time to come on here and talk with everybody. Electronic is the genre we use when we don't know what the genre is. Exactly. Well,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just a good default.
You never need to label. For example, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. I just try to label the closest thing I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, way with rules.
I agree, Ken. It was nice. I liked the little hidden, like the one where he does like the pause and the little vocal, the male vocal just like creeps in there and just like, oh, and then he just like, brings the music back. I was just like, oh, that was cute. So yeah. I liked it.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was a fun song.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't have any other questions for Chris right now, we can actually go ahead and roll into the next one, and then we'll do some more questions after that one. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, the next song for tonight, Anna and I were debating on how to pronounce this. I think we're gonna go with Ocxone. It's a really cool chill out song. The title is Exosphere, and we will of course post the name of it in the chat, but I think you guys will dig it. It's different. It's a different chill out style than the last one, and it's cool. We'll check it out.
Let's listen. Yeah, I agree. Yes, mystical vibes here. I absolutely agree. It sounds very like it's a little bit darkish and mystical, right? So.
Yeah, I really like this one actually. I like dark stuff.
I liked how hypnotic it felt.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was so
You're
cool.
Kinda...
Yeah, like the with the beat, and then it had like that cool arp that was
it draws you in.
It was kind of, it almost made, it's interesting because it almost gave it a dronal feel to a song that's not dronal. I don't know how to explain that, but that was really, really kind of cool. I liked that aspect of it. Yeah, I liked that one a lot. It was really, it just felt so relaxing to me. It felt very like calming and just, but I like that. Yeah, it about like soundscapey maybe. Oh, you guys are talking about, oh, I like how Ben said this, like a background mystery unfolding. Yeah, I did like that.
Nice way to put it, yeah. Like a background.
And so to Translucent's point, he said, oh, she made it on here. I will say yes. And Translucent is very good about dropping us little tidbits here and there of, hey, if you have time, you should check this artist out. Well, the joke's on you because Anna and I check out all the stuff you guys drop in the little suggestion boxes and stuff. So this was one that was not technically submitted, but that Translucent kind of left on our doorstep and we did look into, and I thought this one was pretty cool. So very happy to share.
Yes, very nice track.
Jams. Yeah, we actually did have Movement 81 on here recently, one of their songs, which was really cool to share. And we would love for Movement 81 to participate in one of our festivals sometime. Online festivals would be really cool.
So, as I'm seeing in chat, you already discussed a little bit about Dolby Atmos. Actually, I wanted to maybe mention, because I also noticed that since recently everyone is talking about Dolby Atmos sound, like it's a future of streaming. So, Chris, what is it exactly? Is it some kind of special master technique, or you need to do like everything in Dolby Atmos to make it work, or how it works?
Not sure actually how you make a song, because I think the plugins are like what you're working on a computer will automatically just assume it's stereo. But maybe Ben can explain. There are probably ways with mastering you can make it surround, yeah. But because people are listening on stereo, then I'm not
Which
sure,
then makes me wonder with this whole new Facebook metaverse stuff going on, right? Because we're talking VR, surround sound, world type stuff going on. I mean, is that going to be something to consider in the future? Like, no longer are we talking just typical stereo songs, but are we going to have to be thinking in surround sound? Be interesting.
You have to use Dolby Atmos generator. Logic Pro has one. I did not know about that.
I did not know that. Yay, Logic!
But I mean, it's interesting for me to know what is it exactly as an end product, because I never heard this one. It's Apple has this thing right now and something like that, because I'm not sure. I mean, how to listen, how it sounds actually.
Yeah, but I should be thinking.
I think of cinema when I think of Dolby atmosphere. I think of like when you go to the theater, you know, and it's like surround sound, and it's like whoa, and it's got all the sounds, and it does like the bird flies above you and around, even though it's like not really a bird there, but you feel like there is because of the.
You need at least 7 speakers to listen to Dolby Atmos, or good headphones. Good headphones still work, yeah.
It could be like the future of like just average listening, because I think stereo and like how we listen now is like very like old times, yeah. Like,
how did you get down?
Maybe in the future all music will be more surrounding and like more like how do you explain it? Because now you only listen to like left and right, yeah. But in a few years from now, maybe that's old. Like you don't do it anymore at all. Like maybe it might take a long time though for the world to catch up.
Yeah, but interesting,
You know
because
what I mean?
I already noticed that DistroKid has this, when you release something, it has this option like, do you have a Dolby Atmos version, so you can upload to them. So it's definitely getting popular, right? So maybe we will have this in future.
So what does the plugin basically like widens the stereo field so then you can also add stereo like for like behind you kind of a thing, like, because most stereo fields only go to like what, like 65% or something, like.
So when you hear a song on good headphones, you can place the instruments instead of it placing in the middle here you can like place like a flute behind you, so you can actually make the song more immersive, I guess. Yeah,
I think immersive is a good word.
And I think mixing would be more interesting because
and more difficult as well.
More difficult,
right?
more dynamic. I already try to make my music.
That's an interesting concept because I feel like outside of soundscape / atmospheric sounds, I feel like mixing for something like that would be kind of hard, considering that you're now expecting your listener to be in the center surrounded by sounds coming from all sides instead of kind of like coming at you from one direction. I don't know. That might be interesting.
Interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Not everyone will have surround headphones either. But I would like to. Actually, probably that's something I could see myself doing in the near future, getting good headphones like that and just try to learn to mix that. It could be really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Anna, I wonder if your headphones would be able to pick up something like that.
I don't know. I have no idea. I need to try it out. I mean, I never heard any.
I wonder if like
music in
I was gonna say, I wonder if you could like Google something like that, like even just YouTube, like Dolby surround.
I think Apple has this function right now. I need to check it out, because if DistroKid is asking you if you have this version right now to upload to them, so definitely some streaming service provider.
Ben says you can get surround sound emulator for stereo headphones. Interesting.
Yeah, so many things.
This has been really super cool. I was gonna say this is really cool. I always enjoy learning, especially from like the hardware standpoint. I feel like there's so much I don't know about stuff like that. Waves Abbey Road Studio 3 does that. Interesting. I did not know that.
All right. So maybe we can move forward to our next track. And guys, if you have any questions to Chris, please say in chat.
Yes. And thank you, Ben, for that super interesting question.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very interesting.
Making us think, making us use our noggins.
I think it will have a place. It will be more common, I think.
Yes. Be interesting. All right, the next song we're going to do tonight is, we've actually shared this artist before, but it's been a while. This is an interesting future garage-ish style track. Isn't that funny how it's like we give it a genre, but it's not always quite fit in there. But this one kind of does. It's pretty good. But this is Ruse's one, and this is his new song, With Me.
love the atmosphere. And yes, it's really future garage style track, and the vocals are so nice.
Yeah,
I like that it has 2 vocals, like male and female, so it's very cool.
I think when you always get this song and another song, I'm just lost, and I think that's a good sign because it means I'm just immersed.
Yeah, I agree. I really like this one. I liked how the beginning of this, like, as much as it sounded future garage, I like that the first part of the song, and it's interesting because you can kind of see this in the WAV file too. It's like future garage, but yet he keeps the beginning with the bass more bouncy, almost like kind of like chill dance style. It's kind of cool. And then at the back half of the song, it's like that true, just like future garage, like that heavy feeling. And this was cool. The vocals made it for me. That, and of course the percussion was really pretty. But I loved his bass work. I loved his bass work in this song.
Yeah.
Oh, Sticky Rice is starstruck. He says, Krisu, that your music is what got him involved in like Chillstep stuff. So that's cool. Well, Sticky, he's here for a little bit longer with us. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask him, if we haven't already answered them, then you're feel free to please drop some.
Who was the artist of the song we just heard?
So the artist that we just listened to was Rusez 1, RUSEZ, and then the number 1.
Okay.
I put link.
Yeah, Anna just dropped the link. Yeah.
Okay,
but we're glad you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, Ben says he loved the gorgeous falling vocals. I did too, and I like Anna said, like that it was more like kind of the male-female, answering each other, like the play, like kind of like the interplay between the two was really cool.
Yeah. So I have a question.
That. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question, Chris. You are having regularly, live streams on your YouTube channel, right?
Don't have much regular right now, but sometimes I stream, yeah.
And you also had some kind of annual remix competitions before, as I remember.
Did I have this year? Michelle, did I have one this year?
I don't think you had one this year. I think it was last year, but I think that's what Anna, because Anna wanted to know, are you going to do more? Like, are you planning to do more?
Yeah.
That could be cool, yeah. Maybe we'll do it, I guess not this year, but early next year then.
In the beginning of next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not, maybe, yeah. I want to do it again, yeah, for sure.
So, guys, because we have lots of cool producers here in chat, keep in mind that Krisu usually he does these remix competitions, and they're always blind, right?
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
I've done 2 remix competitions, and Michelle has been helping organizing them.
Yeah.
And I hear the songs, and when I'm picking like the top 3 like winners. I don't know who made who. I can only guess, and usually I don't. In some cases, I could guess who is who, but the majority of the producers, I haven't even heard them before, so I don't really know. And I've been so blown away by some of the songs. It's crazy. One of the remix has like 1 million views now, by the way, on YouTube. Have you seen?
And which one?
One of the ambient ones.
Is it? That's so cool. I love the remix competitions. Like, I just have to say, like, there's so much fun. Like, hearing what people do, like, with the song, like the original song. I loved it with both of these, Chris's, and then of course you, and then you and Eminis as well. So you had like you and Eminis, and then you had Anna had her own as well. And it's so much fun. Like, you hear so many different takes and
it was fun
styles.
To make it blind. Yeah, it's actually a very good idea to make it blind. It's so fun. And even if sometimes you can hear someone and you think that it's someone, but you finally, when it's revealed, who did what, you sometimes you see that someone else made some really different and you didn't expect it. Right.
Hearing like a remix or like of something that I wrote on my piano, but like hearing someone else take that melody and make their own song, that is so cool. That's a good, actually, that's a good idea, Anna and Michelle, because I don't know when my album is gonna be done. I want to make 2 or 3 more songs, and then I'm gonna remaster a lot of stuff. But I think my aim is to have an album done around Christmas or New Year's, around there. And I think maybe make a remix competition following the album release with like, you get MIDI files from like 1 or 2 of the top songs of the album, which is, and then like you have a remix competition after the album. That's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, so
I remember one of the remix competitions we did, you actually gave the artists a choice of 2 songs to remix. Yeah. And that was really interesting to me because there was so much variety in what people offered, like who picked what, and it was always super interesting. I guess because
it could be 1 now, it could be 2, yeah.
Yeah, but so even on my side, right, because for those of you who've never watched one of the remix competitions or who aren't quite sure how they work, so with a blind competition, in this case for Anna or for Krisu, I'm the one who collects, at least for theirs, I hosted it, so I collected all of the entries and changed the names and basically put like numbers to the files and then uploaded the files and to SoundCloud, and then they would listen to them. So all they see are numbers. They have no idea. I know who did it. I know the artists who did it. But a lot of people don't realize that I don't usually listen to the entries myself, because even though I'm the one collecting the songs, like I want to be surprised on the day of the show too. Like I want to hear it live. Now I will say that after, I didn't know that. So I will say that after the Anna, was it no, it might have been the Eminus one, where there was like it was yours and Eminus, Anna, where there was like the joke entry from where somebody Yunoya had done like a just to be funny entry. And after that, I have started like screening the entries where I'll just like pick random points in the song and just kind of like listen for a blip, just to make sure that it's like a legit entry. Okay. But I still don't like to listen to the songs, because I want to be just as surprised, even though I'm hosting it, as you guys are when you listen. You know, like I don't want to have already heard them before. I want to hear them fresh. So, yeah.
And speaking of remixes, Chris, do you like to do remixes of other artists? Do you do that often?
Actually, no.
Why?
Because I have too much ideas in my head to make my own songs. But I think, like for example, I've done a remix for Cry Wolf, and that was fun. It is a long time ago now. And I've done a 7 Lions remix competition. That was fun. So yeah, I guess I do like to do it, but it's also a great way to be noticed if there's like a big competition or something. Yeah. But I'm so in love with composing that I don't have almost time to stop and like make a cover of someone else. But when I'm doing it, yeah, it's fun, especially. My remix for Cry Wolf was super fun. It's so long ago that I did that, but that opened up some listeners to me, I think.
And that's always neat too. Like I think we've talked about that. I think was it Sky Sia that really like made a big deal about that, like how if you are doing collaborations and remixes, how it can really help to like get your name out.
So I think
that's pretty cool.
I noticed this when I got into like electronic music like 8-9 years ago. I noticed some artists, they only did remixes. If you check their Spotify, it was like 10 remixes, no originals. No, it's like, but can you make your own music, or you're only doing remixes? Because some people, they were like, only make remixes. In my head, I was like, no, I'm gonna show I can do my own music. Okay, so I made it like a thing that no, I am making only original music. So I kind of got like, I'm like against remixes, but now I'm like, it's fun. I like to do remixes, but I don't do it often. So I think I got like a bad taste in the beginning because I saw artists only doing that. I'm like, can you do at least some original music too? And I understand that there's a lot of remix competitions because, for example, it's usually how you get discovered by labels is like making a remix for a bigger artist, and labels are like, this guy is up and coming, and or like, I'm so in love with composing that I didn't have time to do that kind of. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully it does.
I think that makes sense. Yeah. Some artists really enjoy remixing, and some, like you said, to your point, you would rather focus more on like your original music, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy. Like, if I had to make a remix, it's a song that I enjoy, then I will have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All
right. I guess we'll move into the next one. Anna, what's this cool one you have for us?
This one is from artist Outs. We also did not share on SGM before. And this is a very, very nice, kind of lo-fi track, very chill. Days. And it features Introvert, another artist in this track. So let's listen. It's again too short for me because it's so cool, and I agree what Lost Empathy said. Sounds so organic. It's because of these guitars, and I believe it's a real guitar again. And this field recording, how it's done, with all these textures on the background. I really love how it just surrounds me. Without Dolby Atmos, it still surrounded me. Yeah. Cool.
Chris, did you have anything you wanted to comment? Yeah.
I just really love organic sounds.
Yeah.
And I try to use more of that in my music too, like the water sounds, and it just feels more alive.
I liked how happy and bouncy it felt.
Yeah.
It felt so inspiring and just Ben says it had a skipping feel to the beat, happy melodic. with like a shimmer. I think Ken mentioned like it's a good morning song. It felt optimistic and like hopeful. I totally agree. And I loved the sound effects as well. Aesthea mentioned that as well. Sound effects are really nice. Yeah, it was just it was a feel good song. You know, it was uplifting.
It's
Too
very
short.
optimistic. Too short. Yes.
Too short, yeah. As usual. So I actually want to click back to the subject of remixes just for a second, but more from a different angle. So Anna and I actually know of an artist / some artists that tend to focus on remixes more because they are afraid to kind of put more of their own music out there because they've been harshly criticized before. And it's unfortunate because we've heard their music, even their remixes they're fantastic. Like the production level is like through the roof. Like they're just incredibly talented.
Yeah.
But they're afraid to put their own stuff out because in the past they've been criticized. And so for artists that want to do more of their own music, but because of past experiences of criticism from peers, and I'm not just talking like constructive criticism, I'm talking just like straight up criticism. What advice would you give to artists that want to do that? That like they want to put more of their own music out, but they're afraid to.
I just realized also that not everyone is like in love with composing and playing piano like I am, and some people are in love with producing, and maybe you don't even play an instrument, but you want to produce. So remixing, you don't have the right music when you're remixing, right? Really, you just work with material that is, and you can become really good at mixing and mastering by just doing remixes. And then I just got it like in my head, like, oh yeah, you can actually have that angle and get into producing, not really playing piano or guitar. You just produce and make remixes. You can get really good with that. But I guess with what you said in your advice about getting yourself out there again, I guess you just have to do it, kind of, and just brace for whatever criticism comes. Like, my first 2 years of music are like, they're still out on YouTube somewhere, and they're like horrible. And like I don't know. You just gotta upload frequently, and
so just take the chance. You're basically saying like you're just gonna have to make the leap, you know.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, it's just do it. Yeah, it's the same thing about most things that happens to me. It's just anything in life lately. It's just like just do it, and eventually you get used to it, and you level up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think because on the flip side, and you and I have had this conversation before over the years as well, that to your point, you might be a fantastic producer, not necessarily composer, like in that aspect, like composing your own stuff. But then you also have producers who seem to be like incredible composers. Like they can come up with these like beautiful melodies, but maybe their mixes are lacking a little bit, or you know, the masters aren't quite right. But yet
that's for me.
The idea of the song is what is the meat, and that's what feels good, you know. Too.
That's definitely, you explained me, I think, there, because my mixing is taking. So I progress really slow with mixing because my angle has always been composing. So I want, and I see some like even teenagers who get into producing, and they become almost like a masters in mixing and mastering in like a year or two.
Agree.
Which like what they did in a year, maybe it took me 5 years. And I'm like, whoa, how did you get so good at this so quick? It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So people are different. I guess you have your angles, and you have your strengths, and you have your weaknesses.
All right, so
Ben,
Lost
yeah, I agree with
Empathy,
Ben.
just really quick, want to say to Lost Empathy that so Krisu has done remix competitions in the past, and he doesn't have one that's like currently active, but we were
No.
discussing with him about the possibility of when he releases his next album, which might be within the next couple months, about
Yeah.
doing a remix competition following that album release. So
That
stay
sounds
tuned.
really fun. That sounds really
Yeah,
good.
stay
yeah.
tuned. I don't know, Ben. Ben says, why is it that we as artists feel so vulnerable to criticism? I don't know. I think maybe because music is
So personal.
so very personal in a lot of ways.
It's like for example, I released my new song Stardust with Elvia like 2 weeks ago on YouTube and Spotify, and it's a song I wrote in 2014. So it's not like I didn't write it. It's like a demo that's been on my computer for a long time, and I wanted to finally give it some time. And I'm really happy with the result, because I think it's both. I like the percussion a lot, because it's very like, if you have your headphones on, I feel like it's so. I don't know. Did you like, Michelle? You heard it, yeah?
Yeah.
Stardust, and
yeah.
I had to
we actually played it. I think we played it on this.
Yeah. In the beginning, probably.
We played it last episode. Yeah.
Yeah. You reacted to it.
Yeah.
For example, I think I have one comment that's like, Chris, this song is not good. I like everything you do, but not this song. And I'm like, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't release it if I did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's like but I'm trying to think, like, why did this person have to say this? Like, it's interesting, yeah. Like, I don't think the song is bad. I don't want to upload it if I think it's bad from a composing standpoint and a mixing standpoint. And I really love the chorus. It's like crunchy. I like contrast, you know. I guess some people might not like when a song is too much. It's like many different things. Like, maybe they think I'm trying to do too many things at once. Like, it's chill, it's heavy, it's that, But I like that. I like contrast a lot.
By the way, I have a question. Do you mix with headphones or speakers?
I mix with speakers until the last day. Then I sit with headphones. Because if I sit with headphones for all the days I mix, I get my head hurts a lot.
I see.
So I sit with my speakers mostly, and then in the end, I put headphones on, and I'm trying to make sure everything's like really crisp, and I use these ones for mixing. Boom.
What brand is this?
It's I have the AKG K712. I had them for a long time, but they lack bass, so you don't mix with these only. They don't have much bass, but they're very bright and very wide, so they're good for mixing. But you need to have something to know that your bass is good. So I have my speakers to know that my bass is okay. AKG, they're really good, but not really for electronic music. But they make it very easy to hear the sounds where they're coming from. Yeah.
That makes sense. I need to upgrade my headphones, but I think I always need to upgrade my headphones.
AKG. Yeah.
That's fun.
All right. So
we'll go into the next one.
The next one.
Yeah. We can do that for sure.
Okay. So next one is from Etsu. Track name is how you pronounce it?
I think it's Kyouka. I think it's Kyouka. Yeah.
What does it
mean?
Etsu,
I have no idea. It looks like it would be Asian, but I'm not entirely sure. But he just released a 4-track EP today, and I will say that the entire EP is awesome. And I actually wasn't sure which song I wanted to share, because I really did enjoy every single song. So I messaged him and asked him what song he would like to share. So Etsu, this is for you. We're going to play Kyouka, or however you pronounce it.
Oh, this is nice.
So enjoy.
Kyouka.
Yeah.
Sounds intriguing. Let's listen. cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Okay, the pluck or whatever for like the main like element here in the song. I absolutely love the sound of it. It is so catchy, and the percussion, and oh my goodness, this bass. So much yes for this bass. I just loved it. I loved how full it was. And Aesthea said the same thing. I mentioned it earlier, like the entire EP is it's just awesome. Like, to be honest, like, and this song was, I would argue, was probably one of the felt more chill. Two of the other songs are a little more like, maybe not so much upbeat, but they just feel more like rhythmic. But this one, I loved it. I loved the chill feel of it.
Yeah, and it sounds so full, full, and I love the mix, and how it's balanced between highs and lows, so I can hear all highs and lows very clear. It's so super cool.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I just wrote the harmony between the bass, the bass like shifting the notes, just so good.
Yeah, I love all the comments that you guys said. Really cool.
Yeah, about mastering. Usually, the more chill music, the less like mastering you need. But if a song has a lot of elements, then the more mastering it needs.
So yeah, because you guys are talking about Ozone 9. Is that what?
Yeah.
So you're using Ozone 9. Do you like it?
Yeah. Like, I've made some special settings for it. I had like a drum and bass preset that I think works for most of my music. It just boosts, it just makes it pop a little bit more without overdoing it. And if anyone uses Ozone, I can send them my preset for how I use it. So just let me know somewhere on Discord or SoundCloud. I can, if anyone uses Ozone 9, I show them how I use it.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
It really.
So, like, in addition to Ozone, what is your like process, right? Like, while you're mixing and mastering, I guess since you're talking about mastering, like moving more into the mastering aspect, like, what is your process that you'd work with?
It's a lot about EQing and side chaining and stereo, like how spacey you want it to be, and how you place different instruments like left and right, and usually when I sit like the final like day or two of mixing, I do one instrument at a time, and I'm like, okay, does it work now, or like do I have to change one instrument? Yeah, I guess I try to trust my ears in what sounds good. Also, I always remove like the lowest like 20 or 30 Hz, and then I remove some of the highs. It gives it a bit smoother sound, especially if you have like good systems. You don't want to have like the lowest bass because it makes it really like, it might not be super noticeable, but if you have too much low end, it can sound muddy.
Yeah, we actually had this conversation on Discord before. Do you remember, Michelle, about cutting off lows, but up to even 60?
Or to 60 Hz also?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I would probably never cut.
That.
Wow, to 60. I think the sweet spot for me, the bass is around 40 Hz, so that's why I don't want to cut more than 30, maybe 40.
I would say when I first started making music, I felt like I was making the mistake of like cutting it too high, because I go back and I can listen. Obviously, still don't even know what I'm doing half the time, but I go back and listen to like some of my older stuff, and I can hear that there's like an element to the bass lacking because it's like I cut too much,
But
so
Maybe
well, like we mentioned, always learning.
Maybe it also depends on the bass itself. So some bass might be okay with cutting so much, but some not. So yeah, it's really, I think it depends, and really you need just to trust your ears. And by the way, speaking of that, Chris, how do you deal with, for example, me myself, when I'm working on mixes for too long, I feel my ears are tired, and then I just leave everything and come back to this next day. So how do you prefer to do that? Are you also like leaving the stuff for this day and then coming
Some
back?
of my songs, if I know I have a good song, I might let it wait for me for half a year.
Oh,
It's
really?
actually crazy. Yeah, a long time. And some songs I finish them in a week. I think the best songs I finish really quickly. And if I feel like, okay, this song is good, but it's taking a long time, like you mentioned, then I will probably wait a few weeks maybe before I go back. And it's kind of sad because maybe you want to finish it quick.
Yeah, I can relate.
But maybe it's good to have like 2 or 3 songs projects at a time. I like to have one song at a time because that means I will be more quicker to finish it. But I feel like some of my better songs, they have been waiting for months before I go back with a fresh ear.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like I listen to them for the first time again.
Yeah.
Also, one trick is move the song, move all the notes to another key, like from A minor to B minor or like to D minor.
Does
Or like, yeah, your brain will think it's a new song when it's swap key. So it's very good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting advice.
But when you're singing, I guess if you have vocals, then the vocals are like a decided key. Yeah, so maybe take vocals last, and you can work on the instrumental parts if you swap the key. It really helps. Your brain thinks it's a new song. It's crazy.
It's interesting. Yeah, I should try that.
I've actually seen Kojak, aka the other half of Sacred, if Dan's in here, right? So Brandon and Dan were Sacred together, and Brandon still does composing and producing under his alias Kojak. And actually, I think he was the first producer that ever mentioned that technique to me, and he did like a demonstration on a song he was working on, and it really was crazy how different the song sounded. Like he would pitch the whole song up or down, and you were like, "Whoa, that sounds so different."
It might sound really better sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have this thing. I don't like for example, if the song was written in G minor on the piano, I want the song to be G minor because it feels like it was supposed to be that because I wrote the song in G minor on the piano. But then I might swap it down to like F or something like that. Just swap the key, and then I go back to G minor in the end. But sometimes you might discover that a song actually does sound better in one key than another. It's like magic. I don't know.
Interesting, right?
That's pretty cool.
Because
Look,
because different
got a new
frequencies.
tip.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No,
that's actually
that's
a really
neat.
Yeah. That's a neat idea.
Yeah. All right. So should we move forward to the next
we actually have 2/3 more songs. We do have an encore song, and then we're going to share a couple of Krisu's new unreleased work. So for those of you who stuck it out with us, because you guys are so awesome, we know it's really late / really early where some of you are.
Yeah.
If in Australia, it's probably early.
Australia, it's almost lunchtime.
Thank you guys so much, though, for staying up with us or getting up with us. I'm curious to see. Sam, to me, might pop in here occasionally. He's in Bangladesh, and sometimes he gets on. It'll be like 5 a.m. Like, oh, I'm here. But that would be really cool. And so thank you guys for staying and listening. But yeah, if you want to stay just a little longer, we have a couple more songs, and then we're going to share some of Chris's upcoming.
It's going to be weird considering all the songs we heard have good mixing, and you're going to hear like...
They'll be bare bones. You'll hear the rough and raw.
Meaty drums.
All right, that'll be awesome.
Okay, so
All right,
next
so this,
one,
yeah.
from Akriza, Shakti Awakening. So this is a very cool bass music with Indian vibe. So something different from what we heard tonight. So let's listen. Mind blowing.
Yeah,
Right?
that was good. Like I commented, I love fusion of like traditional music with bass.
Yeah. No, this song, it was so cool because I felt like it was another one of those songs that surprised me. You're like, oh, this is cool. This has a really
Yeah.
cool beat. And then all of a sudden you're like, what? That is dope. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually gives me
Super
an
interesting.
idea.
Oh, look, we got some
Or-
inspiration going on.
Or it's an old idea, but that I got like a year ago, but I kind of forgot about it. But it is making, because I'm from Sweden, I'm thinking about making Viking music, but bass.
Oh, that would be cool.
I'm like, who does that? That could be cool.
Well, this guy did it with Indian sounding
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
and it was fire. Like
It
that was
just
so
works.
cool.
It just works.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. I actually really love this. Yeah, and production is impressive, and sound design is very impressive. Like guys said in chat, absolutely agree. And it just sounds so massive. You know, it's just.
I know.
Akriza.
Ben said, lovely bass drive with that electro robo vox. Yes, totally. It's so clever, and it was cleverly done. And to Anna's point, as much as was going on in that, it felt so clean. It didn't feel like muddy at all. Like it felt good. Like it was cool. Very cool song, Anna. Love that one. Very, very cool.
Okay,
so we're starting to wind down here. If anybody has any more questions for Krisu before we share our last two songs and then share some secret upcoming Krisu songs.
Perhaps upcoming remix competition candidates.
Ooh.
I don't know.
No,
yeah,
so
you never
we
know.
can pre-listen something already.
Pre-listening.
What if every song on the album could be remixable? Every song will provide MIDIs and stuff, samples.
It would be so hard though to judge a competition like that because then
maybe,
you have like
maybe
so many,
top,
you know.
Maybe the main song, or maybe just two at most.
Or you could have like a winner for each song itself.
Oh my god.
That could be cool. Like 3 winners, basically, or
10 winners.
Yeah.
The album's gonna have a lot of songs.
Yeah.
And I want to revisit Aska from last year because it's like probably the best song I've ever done. Maybe.
Dimatis says that he's up for remixing something. Wink, wink.
Oh my god! Well, yeah.
That would be awesome.
It's over. Don't join the competition if Dimatis is there.
You never know.
No,
it's so interesting. The blind stuff is what is so cool, though, because.
Dude, but Dimatis is gonna have to. I'm gonna hear it's him though. I'm gonna be like, oh. He's gonna have to like change plugins or something to I don't know how. I'm gonna notice
you can just hear that
bass.
It's him. You can just hear it's him. Yeah. But.
Maybe.
If we don't tell you though, you can just pretend to not know. Well, if anybody else doesn't have any questions, then we might go ahead and move into this other song before our encore, which is actually an ambient. But this song is really cool. Killy or Krisu will know this artist, Phaeleh, pretty well. Was super popular with some of his songs with Sound Mouse and stuff, but he has a brand new album out / EP. It's more like an EP. Know. Yes, it's brand new. But it's different than his old chill style. He's really interesting, like how he does albums that are very different in genre. Almost all of his albums are, right? Because his old school stuff was very like bass heavy. Not that this doesn't have bass in it. Much more like chill steppy kind of style, whereas this is a little different, more like down tempo, but still very cool and very clean. So this is the song that I picked to share, and I picked Introspection. To be fair, all the songs are really cool, but this is one that I really enjoyed. So let's check it out.
so many great sounds in this one, and how this new synth is presented in the last part. I just like how it's opening up new sounds for us. It's like a journey in this track.
Very progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this song was really
very,
cool.
very cool, very
I
cool.
just love the elements in it. So much movement. And I know you guys were talking in the chat about like that, I don't know, it's like a wooden xylophone. I'm not exactly sure
Yeah.
Xylophone.
But like you could hear it. It's like totally, like as soon as I heard it, I'm like, okay, that's a xylophone, but it's wooden.
Is it
And then I think
marimba or am I
it might have another term, I'm not sure. But it sounded really, really cool.
I don't. That instrument really sticks out. It's like very satisfying sound. It's like if you can make a whole song where every instrument is like a satisfying timbre, texture, timbre. Yeah. If you want to, some instruments just have like amazing texture.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how he made that track longer too, but you were like vibing the whole time. You know what I mean? Like
It's
it
very
was like
groovy.
it's very groovy. And also I felt like it was pretty immersive too. Like it was nice and wide, and I felt like it kind of pulled you in and made you feel like you were like part of the song. It was really cool. I liked that a lot. Phaeleh's been around for so many years, and wow, like I like how he experiments with sounds though. So that was really cool. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed this one. I want to listen to whole. This is EP, not LP. EP, right? Long play.
It might. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's an EP.
Mm-hmm.
It might be an LP. I don't remember how many tracks he has. Could be 10, so I guess it could kind of be between an either or.
EP is up to 6 songs.
Oh, Sun in the
it's
Twilight.
Long play. It's 13 tracks.
So it is 10. Yeah, In the Twilight's one of my favorite songs of his, like of all time. That and the track he did with Sound Mouse. Like Afterglow. Yeah, that's one of my favorites of his. Yeah.
That's one of their like 2011 big Chillstep
Yeah. That one's just the one, like it just hits you in the feels and you're like, oh dude, this is so cool. But yeah, this new album is so different, but it's like unique. And also like I like it that he does, since we've talked so much this stream about like artists making different sounds. And he is an artist that this has worked for him. Every album almost has been a completely different sound, and yet
keep it.
He keeps it under the same name. He keeps like people keep coming back and listening, and it's interesting because like he made one album that was nothing but drone, and I don't like drone music personally. So like when he released this album, to me, I was just like, okay. I just was like, pass. I'll wait till the next one. But then he releases another album the next year, and it was awesome. So it's like, take the chance, and he did it, and it works for him. You know.
Yeah, you have to respect that.
Yeah.
People want to do what they're inspired about.
What they want to do. So yeah, it's cool. All right, so we have one more song to share tonight. This is our encore song. Before we share the sneak peeks of Chris's upcoming, a couple of his songs from his upcoming album.
Very rough. No mixing.
Yeah,
just like
but
idea.
See, we get the behind the scenes. So
this is exclusive. So this is different.
Right.
And you get to hear the voice of my friend Jordi.
That's cool. All right, so the song we're going to share before we do that is by the artist Ambient Solsctice. This is their song, The Living Water. And it is like an ambient, chill out kind of style song. So
yeah, it's really ambient. So
like it's not like really ambient. Yeah,
it's not on SoundCloud or Bandcamp, so I need to play it from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Living Water.
This actually, y'all love it.
Yeah. let me go through another advertisement here. Live in Water, yeah, it's actually a very, very cool ambient one, and it's 6 minute something, so, but it's very cool.
So pillow warning, but don't go to sleep.
Pillow warning, yeah. So how is that? I felt like it's when winter is just starting, and the water just gets frozen. It's like thin ice sound, very crispy and very soundscapey. Right? It's very, very peaceful.
This is when I talked before about making an album for yoga. This is kind of like music that would work for that. I think really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
It's peaceful music where it's like a borderline where it's like more soundscapey than music, so you don't take focus away.
Yeah.
So it could enhance. It could enhance if you're doing something. Because music, if it's too melodic, it will take attention away. We will demand focus, but this is like it enhances what you're doing, and it improves.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think the changes in the sounds, they were like when you're doing like I haven't done much yoga, but yeah, they would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
It was very relaxing and calming.
Yeah.
It felt so.
I'm already tired,
surreal,
almost.
Yeah. And I loved the twinkles, the little bells that are like twinkly. Oh my goodness, it was so like beautiful, like how
it's
that
like
was done
some
like that. I loved
icy
it.
sounds.
Yeah.
Some icy sounds, yeah.
See, wouldn't that have been a good ending song? Everybody could have gone to sleep, but now we're gonna share some special little nuggets of goodness from Chris. So
yeah, so Chris,
yes, glad everyone enjoyed that. Ben said super beauty, Noreen beautiful. Will said I will sleep well after listening to this one. Yes, I completely agree. Dimatis said it felt inspiring. That's cool.
Yeah.
Looking at space. Yeah, you guys have some great comments. I love reading the comment section.
Okay, so speaking of your demos, Chris, so this will belong to your new album, right? So that you will release.
Yeah, it's what I'm working on 3 songs right now. So I sent you 2 of them, and I've just built it. It's like a skeleton of a song.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really gotten into mixing. I haven't gotten into drums or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I've laid out the foundation of the song, and that's pretty much it. And I'm really inspired by. I'm happy with the melodies and the chords.
Okay,
awesome.
So first one is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pepsi Max.
Okay, first one, the title "Burning Without a Flame."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burning Without a Flame. I think I will keep the title. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear that out. I hope the Discord sound will work. So let's see.
Yeah.
Can you feel the fire in my soul? It's burning without a flame. I'm drifting without your name, whispering inside my mind, filling the empty void. Are you looking for the same? Drifting without your name.
too short.
Yeah, it's only 2 minutes right now.
I
Right?
haven't gotten further.
Yeah. I can imagine how it will sound when it will be finished.
Yeah.
I think it should be epic, and the vocal is amazing. Actually,
Oh my goodness,
someone is singing it for you, or is it
My friend Jordi is a friend of
right.
Elvia and me. Elvia is also singing on this. She will sing more. I just haven't really put it in yet. And Elvia also sang the first part when he's singing. But then I asked my friend Jordi. He's a really great. You can find him on. He's gonna change his name to Jordi Storm. I think he will. But you can find him on Spotify. Wait, I'm gonna actually link him if I can find him. He has an amazing voice, and he's a good friend of mine. And we never done something together. And I asked him, "Can you maybe sing this part?" And then, like a day later, he sent me this, and I got the biggest goosebumps. I'm like,
No, I
know
did.
what-
Like when I was
Do you-
listening,
like
I got
this is-
goosebumps too. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And now I have to try to make his voice and Elvia fit together on the same song, maybe. And this is gonna be like a big. It will probably take a while to make the song. And then they will like develop. The drop will be much heavier, I think, like a better. It's important I make it with good bass and good pads, like big soul pads. Kind of want to go into like Dimatis sound there, kind of. Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
this
It's like,
is like
you can hear where it could go, like where it's like where it's going, but it's not there yet, obviously, because it's just like it's like on its way, but you can hear it. Like that's so cool.
Yeah, I can totally hear the result. I mean, how it should be in the end. I
but like
can
the
feel that,
vocals, oh my goodness, like
yes,
I did get goosebumps. Like when his vocals came in, I was like, no, that sounds so good.
Yeah, I think this song will be very cool to remix.
Yeah,
because I can hear this vocal in different directions of music.
Yeah, very cool.
Awesome.
That song
Francis.
I am very. He's gonna change his name to Jordi Storm, but
okay.
If you want to hear his voice on other things, it's Jordi Francis. Yeah, it's. I asked him to help me with vocals for the next songs as well. I think we'll see. He actually sent me vocals for a new Lavender Fields, if you know that song from me.
Lavender Fields, yeah.
Yeah. So
he sent you vocals to put on Lavender Fields.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then
so
I told
Lavender
him,
Fields Part 2.
Yeah, exactly. It could be. So yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm blown away by what he sent me, and I want to make more. Just.
Yeah.
It's
that's
so
awesome.
Beautiful.
No, I really like that. Was really, really cool. I like Sticky said here, let's respect the replay button. Sounds like we need an encore. Well, guess what? You will eventually get to hear it finished after Chris finishes it. But that was really cool to be able to share that and preview it.
This one could be a very big remix competition contender when it's done.
So
because the piano... No, you keep going, Anna.
No. I mean, album is coming out like in December. You said, yeah, before Christmas or something.
That's my aim, but I'm guessing it's gonna be around Christmas, New Year. Could be January too, but that's my goal.
Yeah, that's so cool. Always happy to hear previews of Chris's. We actually have one more for you guys too, so we're glad that you all enjoyed that.
Next one is a very. I've just yesterday I wrote lyrics for it, so but I haven't recorded the lyrics. So it's something that is the newest thing from my head, at least from my
You heard it here first. The newest thing from Chris's head to your ears.
Yeah, and the track title will be
Excited.
House by the Sea.
Yep.
Okay, let's listen. I really love this piano that sounded in the beginning. Yeah.
That one was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That one synth at the end, honestly, like I know it's like because you have a lot of placeholders in here. I can hear like just something there.
That synth would probably be a piano because I think it works better on a piano melody. But yeah, it's so rough. But and I found some vocal samples and I like cut them out so they fit to the drums a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I write everything in the MIDI in a program called Guitar Pro, and then I import it into FL Studio. So then I have those like crappy drums, but yeah, then later you put in good samples and it's gonna sound like a million times better.
It was kind of fun to hear your like baby drums.
Yeah, that is very baby drum.
They're like little babies, like.
It's like.
But it'll be. I know.
And then you can like hear.
But it'll be so cool to hear them like when you like replace them and like flesh that out. Like it'll be really cool.
I've written some lyrics for it too. That's why it's called House by the Sea, because it's about a house by the sea. And then I'm like, should I keep the samples? I think for the chorus, or should I make? I don't know, but I'm gonna ask Elvia or Jordi to sing it maybe.
That would be cool.
But yeah, this
so
is.
The synth that you have as the play synth at the end totally gave me like old school Zelda vibes, and I'm like, man, I want to go play some Zelda now. I want to be like,
Did it?
It was cool.
The melody or like the synth itself?
I think it was more like the sound of the synth kind of gave me like these like almost old school 8-bitty kind of vibes. But it was just the synth. Like the melody, not so much, because I think it was a little more flowy, but it was really cool.
So
yay, Lost Empathy just subscribe to your Spotify. Very cool. Go do that. Whoever is not subscribed to Krisu's Spotify, go do so. He has like 15 albums out. You will find something you absolutely love in Chris's music. So go check that out.
I hope I won't disappoint.
That was very cool to listen
Chilled
to.
military drums. I have another song, but it's to be secret forever. No, but
forever.
So I had 2 songs that I'm working on, and then the new one here is the third one, which is like very recent. And I want to finish these 2 or 3 songs and then release the album. The other song that we're not showing now is called Your Lovely Mind, and it's very vocal driven. So. So Burning Without a Flame and Your Lovely Mind are like 2 main songs that I'm working on, and then maybe I can finish this House by the Sea.
Super cool. Well, we definitely look forward to it, and it was really fun to be able to share your work in progress.
Because
it's cool to hear it. Yeah, it's like you hear it raw, and then you'll get to hear it finished.
It's so scary to share some. It's so scary to share baby songs.
I know, yeah.
like I remember when you used to share them with me like years ago, you'd be like, Michelle, listen to this song. And then I'd listen to it and I'd be like, Chris, you could do this. And he'd be like, Michelle, it is a raw song. I'm not finished with it yet. And I'm like, sorry.
You actually heard a lot of songs that, like Fairy Tale and those songs early.
I've heard a lot of them before they were finished. It's always really cool because when
you have a great mind for hearing
when they finished though, they always sound so good and clean. It's fun. I love
at least you know. Maybe I can spam you some. Just shoot you the songs that I'm working on.
Send them.
I don't. Now I only have 3 songs that I have like unfinished. I need to focus up and finish them. But like I just finished 3 songs over the past 5-6 weeks. Soul Immersion, Stay, and Stardust. So I've been for the past like week or 2. I've been kind of lazy because I was working so much to finish 3 songs in a row. But Soul Immersion, I really like.
I like how they all sound different too, though. And when you did Stay, it was so laid back, like super chill. And I loved the bends in that one. It was very cool.
In which one?
Stay.
Oh,
I love
Like, it was
Stay
just
so
so-
much.
yes,
Yeah. It's
so relaxing
chill and
and just
like
like-
ambienty. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Thanks.
was so cool. But of course, we
seemed-
loved Elvia's vocals also, though, in the other one, because it was like we shared that one
yeah.
on the stream,
Yeah.
and it was
I
so
was here.
beautiful. Like her vocals are so like ethereal. They're just like
I know.
right.
Yeah.
Chris has a
Really
vocal
hit
crush on Elvia. It's okay though.
It's like almost like Elva is my Vila, you know.
Yeah, no, really, like I love her sound.
But I was I love that she's doing more collabs like with Dimatis and other producers
Yes.
from like my Discord.
Yeah,
And
That's very
I tried to hook her up with like, oh, I think that would be great if you did something with that producer. It's she has like that really ethereal, powerful. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
it's very cool. Well, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight as we talked to Chris and listened to brand new music and got to discuss all kinds of really cool stuff. It's always fun to just like kind of chat and just kind of go where the conversation takes us, you know?
And
So,
they learn
all
some
of
new
you-
things as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So cool. And you guys who were able to come by, drop by tonight and say hi and ask questions and just fill out our chat a little bit. And we love the comments that you guys make about the music. And thank you guys for the love for Chris tonight, too. And thanks so much, Chris, for coming on tonight, sharing everything
Staying
that you
late
did, especially
with
your
us.
new song. Staying so late. It's what, like 2 a.m. there or something? Like, you're awesome.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So now
2
Chris
a.m.
is gonna go put
Oh.
back on that Ambient Solsctice song and go to bed. He's gonna be like,
No, I'm gonna be up for 2 hours more.
oh, so now he's
Sadly.
gonna make some more music.
No, or maybe probably tomorrow or
Yeah.
Monday.
It is tomorrow. You're tomorrow.
True. Someone asked about the Discord. If it's my Discord, I can link it if you want.
Yeah.
It's called.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you all who were able to stay the whole time. Thank you for those who were able to pop in when you could, and for those who will come in the future and check out the stream and hear what Chris has to say. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you
Take
so
care,
much,
everyone.
guys.
All right, good night, you guys.
All right, see
Bye.
you in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.